In Module 12, you learned about interval inversion, the process by which the two pitches of a dyad swap their general location on the staff. In this module, you will learn about chord inversion. When you invert a chord, you rearrange the notes of the chord so that the lowest note is no longer the root of the chord. You can invert triads. Take a look at the C major triad. In this position, the root of the chord, C, is in the lowest position on the staff and is therefore the lowest sounding pitch. This is called root position. If we take the root and move it up so that it is no longer the lowest sounding pitch, we have inverted the triad. When the third of the chord is the lowest sounding pitch, then we are in first inversion. If we take the lowest sounding pitch of a first inversion triad and move it up so that it is no longer the lowest sounding pitch, we have inverted the chord yet again. When the fifth of the chord is the lowest sounding pitch, then we are in second inversion. Chords are not always written on the staff so that they are these nice tight little packages of notes. The pitches of a chord can be spread out all over the staves. When the notes are squished together on the staff so that they are in the space of an octave, it is called closed position. When the notes are spread out so that they cover a range greater than an octave, it is called open position. Note that when the pitches of a chord are in open or closed position, the quality and inversion do not change. These pitches that are in open position are still the same pitches that make up the C major triad. Because the fifth is the lowest sounding pitch, this triad is in second inversion. Seventh chords can also be inverted. We can perform the same procedure here as we did with the triad. When all the pitches of the seventh chord are arranged as superimposed thirds, we are in root position. If we move the root to a higher sounding location so that the third of the chord is now the lowest sounding pitch, we are in first inversion. If we move the third to a higher sounding location so that the fifth of the chord is now the lowest sounding pitch, we are in second inversion. Since a seventh chord has 4 pitches, we have the option to invert this chord one more time than a triad. If we move the fifth to a higher sounding location so that the seventh of the chord is now the lowest sounding pitch, we are in third inversion. You have now completed learning about all of the fundamental concepts that are used in music theory. Everything you have learned so far, from the identification of pitch through the inversion of seventh chords, will prepare you and be used for the remaining concepts of music theory. Be sure that you are comfortable with using and understanding the fundamental concepts of modules 1 through 17. You will utilize all of these concepts throughout your study of music theory.